Welcome to day 3 of your Vlogtober. My name is Miss Kiff and welcome to my channel. So today, instead of actually doing a vlog, I just wanted to do a get to know you tag because I ended up spending quite a lot of time on the phone today with my mum and friends, and it was just amazing. I got to catch up with an old friend who I haven't seen since maybe 2014. And that was really cool. And to be honest with you, today is my last day of quarantine, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to take it chilled and I'm going to get to do a get to know you tag instead. And tomorrow I get to do my PCR test to see if I'm negative, fingers crossed. So yeah, if you haven't seen the previous videos, I'll link it up here so you can catch it, that I had COVID, and see what it's like with the quarantine, things like that. Okay, so couldn't really find a get to know you tag that really resonated with me, so I decided I'm just going to pick and choose and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so what's your full name? So my name is Tasha Jade Cole. The one thing I hate to be called is Natasha. And like, oh, what's your name? My name is Tasha. Oh, hi Natasha. And I'm like, where in the conversation did I ever say nah? Okay. Where are you from? So I was born in Cape Town, South Africa. Grew up in Hermanus, and basically I now live in the UK, but it's hard to say really where I live because I'm kind of living between countries, I feel. Hopefully in the future I get to live everywhere. Ideally, I like to buy a house in Wales, Spain and South Africa, and I just would like to travel between them. Where do you currently work? So I currently work online. I work with my vlogging and I do YouTube, and I also teach on Skillshare. Also, I'm part of an influencer called Influence, where I get to get paid for blog posts or promotions or videos like that, which that isn't quite regular, but the bigger you grow your brand, the better. Alongside my digital marketing, I also have my other business called Nourishanti, which is holistic healing. So that is yoga, meditation, sound healing, and holistic massages and facials. That's what I have done in South Africa a lot of. But moving to England, I want to carry on with that pursuit. It will be amazing for me, but I also DJ and produce music, so it will be great to get a few gigs in England again when that starts up. What do you want to do with your life? What I want to do with my life can be quite a trick question because I love to do a lot of things. It'd be nice to build up kiffmediahub, which is our online digital platform prototype that I'm still working on at the moment, and it's a project that I would like to, with it being paid, and also some of it is a bit of a charity. It's basically a place where South Africans can learn more digital skills, but not just digital skills, video and audio as well. It will be amazing for me. I still am busy with the prototype, so I don't really want to say much about it. I feel like doing this master's that I'm currently doing is going to solidify the vision. That's why I mainly went for my master's. Then I actually would like to be a motivational speaker. I would love to get on a TED Talk and just be an inspiration, to be honest. And I'm also a holistic healer, so I would like to expand my healing and perform my music live that I produce at festivals and connect with people, nurture people, and really heal people, listen to their stories. And yeah, I feel like I need to be fully remote in the long term because I don't see myself settling in one specific area. Next question. How old am I? I am 30 years old. I recently turned 30 this beginning of this year, and my zodiac sign, I'm a Pisces, so that's why I'm very creative and very emotional at times. What is my dream vacation? Okay, I'm gonna twist it up, because yes, I would like to go to the Maldives. Yes, there's like staple places in the world I'd love to do, but something would be a dream trip, travel trip I would rather say, is I would like to drive my van across Europe. I would like to drive my van across Canada and America, and potentially Mexico. South America would be amazing. But I would also like to just go travel around Asia and Australia. It would be amazing. So basically everywhere. I used to say the Maldives and things, but to be honest with you, like, it's more about the experience, you know. And especially when I went to America, it was one of the most beautiful places. Like Tahoe was just incredible, with the large trees and the lake, and the like Americans who were made Californian people were just amazing, and like it just was awesome. So it really opened my eyes, and the hiking and everything's just extra large. So I would like more of America and Canada. I've never been to Canada. I would love to go. What is my biggest fear is being complacent and not living my truth. I feel like, because ever since 2015 I woke up from the world that we live in, and when I kind of fell back into that world because I didn't think, I would say I thought, okay, cool, it'll be fine, I can do this, I can save this, but I landed up being trapped. I trapped myself again, and I don't want to trap myself again. I want to expand, I want to live, I want to breathe, I want to escape reality. I don't want to live in what people call the norm. My reality is my reality, and to some people it might not exist, but to me it does exist, and that's me living my truth. So yeah, and I would say that this is why I think the next question is, do you have a boyfriend? I think like this is why I personally am single right now. I feel like my future king, wherever you are, it's going to be a bit difficult to find someone with my thought patterns. I think for me, I would want to attract a man who loves me for me, and loves my intelligence, loves my creativity, loves me nurturing, loves me just giving to people, loves my heart. For me, I don't see myself settling in one house. I see myself, if I have children, I will take my children on my road trip with me. I would homeschool them maybe. I would have them, we will live in England sometimes, then in Spain sometimes, and then we'll live in South Africa a little bit, so they can be well traveled, and they can really start to find inventive ways to be remote, to be fully self-employed, to be able to, you know what I mean? And I would like my king to also be driven by his career and passion, and obviously be successful, because I want to be successful, but we drive each other together. And finding that someone to resonate with that can be a little bit, I feel like a little bit difficult in these times. So if you're my future king, this is my needs. But for now, I'm happy being single. It's very refreshing, to be honest. What's your favorite food? Okay, so firstly, I am a big foodie. I am your secret master chef. So my favorite food, okay, instead of saying my favorite food, I'm gonna give you my starters, mains, and dessert. So the starters would be a lightly braised tuna steak with garlic, chili, and cilantro with soy sauce, with a side dish of Vietnamese spring rolls with prawns in them, and peanut butter sauce, of course. Then we'd also have some oysters and potentially a little bit of garlic grilled prawns. Yes, that's just the starter. Then for mains, we are looking at a steak that's very much rare and full of flavor, and you really don't need to bring any other compliments to the steak. It can just be the steak. Or belly pork, because it's just amazing with applesauce. Oh my goodness, that's like my recent favorite. And potentially duck. Duck pancakes. Oh, it's so good. And then a bit homemade, because it's so good. Oh, dessert would be creme brulee. And there is no other dessert because creme brulee is the best. I actually went on trying to find on a mission with creme brulee. It's amazing. So yeah, dine with me. You'll dine like a king and queen. Okay, what is your channel about? So this channel is specifically for my entrepreneurship journey, me discovering this digital nomad life, and as well as digital marketing skills, so digital strategies. So I teach you how to monetize online, YouTube strategy, SEO strategy, anything with how to create online sales strategy. Okay, I'm gonna answer this because I have to. So what's your favorite Starbucks drink? So there's two: a almond latte or an almond frappuccino with sugar-free syrup. So where do you go to university? So I have a BA in audio production, which is audio engineering with sound design and music production. Really awesome, highly recommend it. And now I'm starting a master's in strategic and digital marketing, which is amazing. On the sidelines, I'm very creative, but I'm very analytical. Analytics is like a turn on to me. I love analytics. I feed off analytics and I feed off creativity. So I'm a super nerd background with a lot of creativity. Are you a tea or coffee person? I am both. I love my coffee, especially in the morning. I love a good shop bought coffee. My biggest expense and guilty pleasure is almond lattes made by someone else. I love matcha lattes as well. So good, so good, so good. A chai latte is great, but people usually put too much sugar in it, so it's annoying. It's all about the spices, okay? It's supposed to be a healthy drink. And then tea, yes. I am tea queen. I can have tea time all day. Trust me, if you ever come to my house or to my van, which I am yet to build, you'll have butter tea with all types of tea. I'm talking about like at least more than 20 teas. Am I an extrovert, introvert, or in the middle? I would say I'm an introvert. But I will say I'm an introvert usually, but lately, because I've been spending so much time inside, I'm like ready to be extroverted, okay? I want to see people, I want to talk to people, but people drain me. I love you guys, but I'm sorry, you drain me so much that I need time out. I need me time. That's why I really need a relationship one day that's not codependent, because I just need breathing space, you know what I mean? Like, I love my own time. Like, I don't mind being alone. What is your favorite YouTubers? So I would say I have so many YouTubers that I love, but I personally have quite a lot of travel YouTubers that I love. So Eamon and Beck, Kinging It, Grace Adventures, Travel by Toby, Susie Cruz, Nick Romes, and there's so much other travel ones that I like. Then I also love, well, it's mostly van life ones, but I also Whitney Port's reaction videos to the Yills, because I am such a Yills fan, and I know the show was fake, but it's something that I grew up with. Like, I grew up with Laguna Beach, and then the Yills came, so you know, like Lauren Conrad's my favorite. And I love binge watching Netflix or Showmax, and I am someone who can stay up for 8 hours to watch Netflix. I have no problem with that. Like, it actually can be a problem sometimes, and sometimes I consciously need to delete the apps off my phone so that I don't binge watch it. At the moment, I'm currently watching Made on Netflix. It's fantastic. It irritates me sometimes because I'm like, oh, poor girl. But anyway, it's just, I also love analyzing psychological things, so I really enjoy it. Oh, I like this one. Are you insecure? Yes, sometimes. I used to be actually very insecure for many years. I think from age probably 13. Basically, I used to be very, very big. I used to be really chubby when I was younger. Basically, my dad's butcher. My mum used to work with Beacon Sweets and Chocolates. I used to eat a lot, okay? And then I decided to pack my own lunch, lost all the weight, but then I was still insecure. I thought that being thin would make myself look beautiful. I used to get teased at school. I used to be called a Teletubby. And also, there was this modeling scouts that came to primary school one day, and if all of my friends were chosen except for me, and I was like, okay, girl, you gotta sort this out. So I came to high school, I sorted myself out, but then I was still insecure, carried that insecurity, my first relationship, and I started to find self-worth, and I was only 21, so you can imagine that was a long time. Now I got no problem with self-worth, girl. I am sorted, okay? I love myself, and I know what amazing, incredible person I am, and being bullied at school doesn't really matter. And you know what, being 30 as well, the weight thing, just try to stay healthy. So for me, I lost a lot of weight, and I was actually really good size, but I nearly almost had an eating disorder when I reached 58 kilos, and that was during 2014 when I wanted to eat something other than what I was eating, and then I wanted to throw up. And actually a friend of mine said to me, like, you better watch out, you're losing too much weight. So now my relationship with weight is kind of, I recently came out of depression, which that made me put on a lot of weight, but now I'm kind and I love my body for what it is, and I'm taking it one day at a time. I know that I can be more healthier by working out more, doing more yoga, doing more things, but I tend to go with now it being a conscious act and not being so obsessed. So also at the moment, I don't have control of what I eat, so I have been trying to have some movement, but when I now go to Vienna, when I've actually leave South Africa to go to Vienna, I will be going mostly plant-based again. So I prefer to eat mostly plant-based. I don't like eating meat, really. I love fish, and the only time I like to eat meat is with my dad, because he's a butcher and you get the best. So I still feel insecure sometimes, but that's only because I may be financially feeling insecure about my situation, but I've learned to accept myself, and insecurity comes from not accepting. You should look at my spoken word insecure. It is amazing. Have you ever stayed up for 48 hours? Yes, I can actually stay up for 24 hours naturally. I am a night owl, okay? I love being awake at night. I'm not a morning person. Usually, if you see me in the morning, it's a miracle. But if you're going to call me 7 o'clock in the morning and have a conversation, don't call me. Call me at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That will be way better. Do you have any tattoos? Yes, I have 5. I've got one on my neck, one on my, well, 2 on my neck, one on my lower back, one by my hip, and one on my side of by my rib cage near my lady lumps. Do you miss anybody from your past? Yes, I never had a relationship with my grandparents, and my mama that passed away, I miss her dearly, and my auntie Cheryl, who also passed away, and auntie Thelma. That's who I miss. Do I have trust issues? No. I don't mind trusting. Even though my trust has been broken, I still trust. I would say my biggest pet hate is no communication, especially when I am very easy to talk to, and I'm a very understanding person. If you do me wrong, it's not about doing me wrong, it's about trying to communicate, because I know that we have different perspectives. So when someone doesn't communicate with me, and then they treat me in the way they think is right, and in my eyes it's completely wrong, then I land up not trusting you because you're not trusting me to communicate with, and you're not acknowledging who I am. So therefore I actually don't have time for you. I lose interest. I'm a very compassionate, kind-hearted person, but you need to communicate with me so that we can understand each other. Also wanted to say, I actually have, my heritage is South African colored, which is brown skin, and British white. So I am mixed race. That's why I look so gorgeous. Do I have any pets? At the moment I don't have any pets. I did have a dog called Coop, but unfortunately I lost him in a relationship, and it breaks my heart every day because I miss him every day. I was his mommy, still am his mommy, don't care what people say. And that's the only adult dog I've ever had. So I'm looking to find a new dog in the near future. If I'm honest, that's one of the goals that have to be put in to my life very soon, because I love loving, and put me with a dog, I am my dog's best friend. And I just want the dog to smother me with love so that I can smother him with love. So it's just like or her with love. It will be a win-win situation. Oh yeah, and the type of dog I would like is a Staffy or a Labrador, a little pug, like a little pug or French bulldog. I think it would be super cute. The Puggles, or what's it called? The King Charles cross with a pug. They are so cute. And their nature is amazing. What are the two current? What's my favorite book? Is this one. This one will be the best book you'll ever read. This changed my life. You can heal your life. And what qualifications do I have? I have a BA honors in audio production, yoga certification. I have just finished last night Celtic shamanic priestess and therapist. I also have a DJ tag, so if you want to look at this, I'll link it over here. So that is it. I hope you've loved this get to know you tag. If there's any other questions you'd like to know about me, comment down below. I just thought I'd pick it random so that it makes it a little bit more interesting. And yeah, this is really cool. So tomorrow I'll see you for day 4 for Peace in the Streets.